Hello friends, myself Dr. Veena's Academic here with my YouTube channel, that is Dr. Veena's Academic Realm. And today I am with you all with one of the topic from nursing research, and that is part 3 from the nursing research problem statement. So few classes initially we have seen about the overview of the nursing research. Then we started with the nursing problem statement where we have seen the definition, characteristics, criteria for the nursing research, what are the characteristics. Next, then we have seen about the nursing research problem and what are the sources of problem statement, how we can identify the sources of problem statement. Now today we are going to see about the nursing problem statement. Under that, what is the criteria for the selecting the good research problem, what exactly we need to have or we need to consider regarding the selection of good problem statement. So let us start with the today's topic. So when we see the selection of problem statement, what are the aspects, what are the points we need to keep in mind? The first one is significance to the nursing profession. Whenever we are selecting any problem statement for the study or research project, we need to see whether it is contributing to the nursing profession, whether it is adding to the knowledge to the nursing profession, maybe education side, administration side, or maybe in the clinical side or clinical practice. So we need to see whether my study is going to contribute something for my profession. So it has been seen that many studies done which we are going to implement in the clinical area, like related to that pain management or oncology nursing. So this can be implemented, some of the findings. So I need to see whether it is a purposeful or it is fulfilling the objective or whether it is contributing to the nursing profession. So this will help you to refine your body of professional knowledge which is going to contribute to the nursing profession. So first point where we are going to identify the good research, and very important point, it should be a significance to the nursing profession before you select any problem statement. Like we have seen that nursing profession, we can see we care the patient in the hospital, in the community. We are nurses, we need to care patient in the community. Preventive, promotive aspects are there. There are many more team members working along with this profession. So we need to find out what is the current area of nursing research, what is the need of research. So what is exactly will be helping to the society, helping to the patient, helping to the patient care, recovery of the patient. So we need to generate the problem statement as per the need of the patient. Again, I will say it will be contributing to the clinical nursing practices, promote the nursing theory development or how we can test it, and it will help ultimately generate the information to get the practical implication to the nursing profession. So it should be significant to the nursing profession. Next, it should be like problem statement, how we can say it is a good selection, or one of the important criteria of selecting the problem statement is original. It should be original, like this should be a problem should be existing and it has to be solved with the helping the method of research methodology or finding out the solution through the research. So it should be new, it should be unique, it should be solving the problem of particular problem or need of the patient. It should give innovative knowledge, it should be always helping to give new knowledge, innovative knowledge, something very different, something very unique. And it should also help to gain the growth of the profession, and it should be adding to the knowledge, whatever knowledge is there, it should be adding to the new knowledge to the nursing profession. So it should be, second criteria for the problem selection is it should be original. Problem statement whatever you are selecting should be original. Then next, very important again, third criteria for selecting the problem statement, it must be feasible. Why feasible? If you select some problem statement which is not necessary, which is not fulfilling the need of profession, need of the patient, need of the society, and if you get the problem statement selected and then it is not feasible, patients are not available, there is a constraint or limitation of getting permission. There is a problem related to traveling from one area to another area. So feasibility is very essential, very important when we consider research project. Even the this problem statement, whatever I am going to select, whether it is going to complete within a time framework, time constraint, whether the subjects or participants are available, whether there are different facilities available to conduct my study, to implement my study findings, whether the financial issue, ethical issue. We need to consider all these things and check the feasibility of whenever we want to decide the problem statement, whether it is appropriate to the nursing profession, whether it is appropriate to the current problems of the patient, current issues in the community area, current issues in the society. So we need to see the feasibility in terms of availability of subject, facilities available, equipments available, money available, funding, ethical consideration, which is most important aspect of feasibility. So third point under the good problem statement selection is feasibility. We need to check with the feasibility. Suppose for example, under the feasibility, time is most important aspect of when you go through the research process and complete a research project. When there is a time, then only we can take the study, or like if it is a long term study, or it is a time is required more, like more than like 1 year, 2 year. So we need to think about the time, and our interest is also important, our availability is also important, our input is also most important, plus the participants involvement. The participant should be involving or giving that much time during your data collection. So time is also most important under the feasibility we need to consider. Cost, when I said cost, that is a funding, financial issues, which all project, like whenever we conduct any project, so if there is a funding is not there, so we cannot bear the more cost. We need to have some helping hand for the financial issues. So we need traveling expense, purchasing of the equipments, printing, all these expenses we need to consider the cost wise also. Equipment and supplies, like I need the equipment or supplies for conducting my studies. Like whenever I want to have, for example, like CPR, you want to conduct the study, like I want to demonstrate the CPR to the like particular group of the community, which is most important priority to save the life of the patient when patient is coming to the cardiac problems or myocardial infarction or angina. To prevent this complication, there is need of awareness of CPR. So if the articles are not available, equipments are not available, CPR dummy is not available, how I am going to implement my study? So we need to think about the supplies and equipment whenever we need to select the problem statement. Next, administrative support, very important here. We are ready to conduct the study, participants are ready to be a part of your study, everything is ready, and just you want to have a permission from the particular hospital. Or administrative support, you need to have a financial support, not only financial support, the support from the team member, so administrative permission of conducting the study. So independently we cannot conduct just study without permission, that is unethical. So with this we need to have a support, administrative support, whenever I go through the nursing process and conduct the research project. So administrative support we need to think of before selection. Then peer support also, it is like a, we can say it is a cooperative work when there is a group of people working together for the research project. So peer support, contribution of everyone equally is very much important here. Whenever you select any problem statement, you think of whether these alone independently I am going to conduct study, is it feasible, whether I am going to carry out this study efficiently, effectively. So then only you select that problem statement. So here peer support is very much important in the nursing research when you talk about the nursing problem statement selection and carry out the research project. Next is the availability of the subject. Availability of the subject, that means availability of the participant. Like researcher have many studies or many areas where he or she want to conduct the study. But what about the willingness of the participant? What are the readiness about the participant? Whether ethical committee is going to permit for such type of study. So we need to find out the availability of the participant or availability of the availability of the participants. We need to work out on that, whether how many patients I am going to get. Next is the researcher competence. Researcher competence, that means whether I am having that much knowledge, in-depth knowledge about the research methodology, how I am going to go through the research process. So I must be capable of handling the whole complete research as a researcher. So researcher's competent knowledge, skill is very much important when I am going to go for the research project and through research process. Okay, next is a very much important under the feasibility, ethical consideration. Ethical consideration, like every institute, every hospital, college has a ethical committee, and ethical committee is having the members where they are going to interact with the researcher regarding the patient's right, patient's privacy, patient's right, then not harming to the patient. So ethical consideration for the selection of the problem statement is also key for the selection of the problem statement. So committee will be asking you all questions critiquing about the research process related to patients' right. So it is very important that topic of the research cannot be selected if it is harming to the patient. So according to that guideline, we need to consider and prepare the problem statement or select the problem statement before you present that problem statement in front of ethical committee. The fourth one is solvable or researchable. Whatever problem statement or research project you have taken, it should be solvable. Word itself is saying it should be a solvable one. It should be researchable. Otherwise, there is no use of selecting that problem statement. So problem statement selected should be good. It should be solvable, and it will be involving equally population or sample should get the equal chance to be a part of the study. Then it will be also helping to enhance the relevant finding or relevant result. For example, if you select the good problem statement which is feasible to conduct the study, which is solvable and which is researchable, so that problem statement you should select and which should give the result which is beneficial to the participant, not only participant, to the hospital, to the community also. So solvable and researchable is one of the criteria before you select the good problem statement. Next is a current. What do you mean by current? Current means like new. So good problem statement is always based on the current problem, current need, or the like existing need we can say, and which is adding to the profession, need of the profession. To identify the need of profession, accordingly you are going to conduct the study and generalize your finding. So professional, it should be reflecting professional interest through your research process. It should not be like out of nursing profession. It should be reflecting the interest, your interest and the need of the problem existing in the society, in the hospital, in the community. So current or new unique problem statement selection is very much important here. The next is a interesting. Just now I said interesting. The researcher should select the problem statement as per his interest or area of interest or area of exposure. So if he is not interested to conduct the study, and if we force him to conduct the study, it is very difficult for him also, and it will be not like a effective or efficient study, or it will be like a completion of the problem statement and research process and analysis, and then you submit the thesis. So researcher must be interested in the area where he is working and he is doing research in the specific area. For example, like if somebody is interested in the neurology area, neurological nursing, and he want to conduct the study in some of the aspect of the ICU, so we cannot force, or he should not select the area where he is not interested. So he has to go through the different areas where he is interested. So it can be seen that during the research process, the researcher is interested, taking initiative actively and doing the research efficiently, which is one of the aspect of selecting the problem statement or good criteria for selecting problem statement. That is the interest of researcher. So this was about the good selection criteria for the selecting the problem statement. So we have seen about the different aspects where we can see the researcher is most efficient and adding to the knowledge to the profession and selecting problem statement accordingly. So one was it is significant to the nursing profession. Then second was it should be a original one. Then next it is a feasible, solvable, researchable, and at the last it should be a current or existing need based or the current need based. So this was about the today's topic about the good selection criteria or selection criteria for the selection criteria for the good problem statement. So this was very in short. Whenever you are selecting any problem statement or going through the research project, please all keep in mind all these points what I have discussed and which will be helpful you whenever you go through the selection of the problem statement. So hope you understood today's topic. It was very simple and very short topic about the research problem statement, that is a criteria for selecting the good research problem statement. So if you like my channel, make sure to like, share, subscribe and comment down below. And if you have any problem or any doubt, just you can write down your doubts in the comment box. Thank you everyone. Thank you for patient watching the video. Thank you.